Varta Lab, welcome. Hi.
Are you fine? Are you okay?
I'm fine. My stomach is not fine.
No, I was just telling Noel's come from Thane all the way. And I was telling him how my journey to Thane led me to have
a style.
a style.
A style.
Yeah.
Kissed him on the eye and gave him a style.
Yeah.
Ye le.
No, not even a
Welcome to
butterfly.
Thane.
Yeah.
With us today is Noel. Noel is a regular on the Cock and Bull podcast. Also a regular on his own podcast. Which is the
Radical measures.
Radical Measures
Because he
podcast.
has to be, otherwise we can't sit at Gaurav Pawar's bald head for 5 fucking hours.
Yeah, I'm the diffusion board for his bald head.
Yeah.
So
Like when I was
when
when I was on their podcast, they were like the lighting took fucking 5 minutes because everything was bouncing off Gaurav's head. And they were like, यार मैं कहाँ
मैं उसको
बैठूँ?
बोला तेल मत लगा.
इसलिए वो कैप पहनना चालू किया. हर जगह कैप पहनता है.
Gaurav has the funniest thing. Like you want to say that story about Pankaj? I think
I know the story.
in the comedy scene,
know the
like
story.
I think the story will go
Brilliant,
down as
It's a
like,
hilarious story.
go for it. No.
So here's the thing. Gaurav Pawar is unbeatable on stage when he's hosting. And
Yeah.
you don't fuck with Gaurav Pawar because he'll fuck back with you.
Yeah.
All right. So as is the norm, Gaurav Pawar is hosting. Gaurav Pawar, very funny comedian. Watch him on Radical Measures podcast. He's got videos on YouTube as well.
That's
videos.
always encouraging when
So
it's like,
that's
hey, he's a really funny comic. Watch him in his podcast.
Yeah, that's where his element truly comes from.
Because he's always funny. He makes
Yeah.
people in the metro and all laugh, dude. He's that crazy for stage time at this point.
Yeah.
But
Son
so
of a
like-
cop, actually.
Yeah. Son of a cop. Great guy to share secrets with.
Yeah. And I also I love talking to him. Like, there are a few people in the scene like Masoom and Gaurav, I think are like, I can just literally vent with them, and they're very good like absorbing boards also.
Some people you can vent with. Some people are sieves.
Some people are gossip mongers, as Aakash and I found out the hard
Some
way.
people will pass it on to someone else.
Yeah.
So he was hosting this open mic at Pankaj's venue and
J-Spot.
J-Spot, and he's doing well. He's killing and whatnot. Apparently, J-Spot has a rule that you're supposed to do only 20 minutes as a host. All right.
Okay.
Gaurav is nowhere near that, but like he's close. Okay, and the room demands that because there's open micers. First one falls flat, second one falls.
Yeah.
He needs to do material in the middle.
Yeah.
So Pankaj, like when he's close to like I think 15 or something, Pankaj tells him कि 20 मिलेगा तेरे को उसके बाद show खत्म करने का. And Gaurav does the math कि there are so many open micers, so like you've got like 20 minutes के पहले show खत्म हो जाएगा. 20 minutes of your whatever time you said. So
it's
I have
not
that
even
much
like
time.
the fucking hive days where there were like 25 open micers. Go to fucking
No pressure.
1 in the
ठीक है,
morning.
I can do a little more to like keep the night rolling and whatnot. He says that and then he goes up on stage. Does a few this, calls up a few acts, comes back. Now Silverie, who's an intern, okay, tells Gaurav Pawar कि पंकज बोला है कि अभी material मत कर, सीधा लोगों को बुला.
Yeah.
So Gaurav in his like with a smile, and I'm imagining like he's holding something, cigarette कुछ तो हाथ में रहेगा उसका, बोला पंकज को बोल गांड मारा. He just says that. And then like after the mic or something, this one gets Gaurav is removed from J-Spot.
Yeah, in a very dramatic fashion. Like Pankaj is like someone we know from the scene, and he's like a very sweet little Haryanvi boy. Okay, like it's the antithesis of everyone from Haryana, and he never gets angry.
I've seen him drive, and he's like surprised at how rash people are.
And he starts with मेरे को नहीं यार. He starts with sorry यार. So we never anticipate Pankaj to like blow up, like because like there have been other comics who have like who are producers, even me for that matter. If someone steps out of line, takes too much time or whatever, we set the straight like okay, Balraj has done it on a Habitat group and everything, so we have to set the record straight. But this was such a cute little outcry from Pankaj that the entire scene was like, is he okay? क्या हुआ उसको?
Oh, that is how it's happening. We are two people completely cut off from the scene.
So Gaurav was removed from the group, and Pankaj is like, guys, just to inform you, Gaurav Pawar has been removed from the group because he said कि पंकज को बोल गान मरा.
So like Gaurav
this can't be tolerated.
Okay, so Pawar meant it as like a joke between him and Silverie.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's that thing where you're like उसको बोल गान मरा, like that kind of thing. और हंस के भी बोल रहा था, Silverie भी हंसा. This bugger went Twitter on it. He just thought it is something else, like, and he removed Gaurav Pawar from the group. And
he was like यार मेरा venue को respect नहीं दिया यार.
Gaurav का और गांड में मस्ती. He goes on the day का जो open mic का group है ना, every show also has a WhatsApp group. He goes on that show and he says चूतिया यहाँ से निकलना भूल गया.
He's also carried away with his feelings.
But hey man,
he's a cop's son, dude. He'll fuck with you.
And then last part
Last part is like, so I think, I don't know what happens. I don't remember now. Ki this one called, like I think Pankaj called twice. Gaurav missed it because we were doing some writing shit. And then afterwards, Gaurav calls him up. And Pankaj is like, हाँ बोल क्या हुआ dude. I'm like क्या हुआ like Gaurav is like क्या हुआ मतलब क्या you know तू call किया मैं तेरा call का return मार रहा. So he's like नहीं dude you can't do this वगैरह तू ऐसा. And I guess वही जो बाकी सबको बोल रहा था, that everyone felt like you know कि ये what is he okay and what not. He went on that thing. Pawar is like पंकज सुना मेरा बात सुना please सुन like हाँ मैं सुन रहा हूँ सुना like हाँ गांड मारा.
So cute.
That's what I'm saying. Off stage also the fucker won't stop, dude. He's a comedian. Recently we were on some writing meet and like some executive, she was giving us, like we had given scripts to some people and waiting for feedback. And the executive, like, she was literally ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये पगार हलाल करने के लिए feedback दे रही है. Because she asked us कि like, hey, you know, है, like we are writing in Roman, right? The dialogues. तो है में ये N आना चाहिए कि नहीं आना चाहिए? And
is it hai or
yeah. So that was just the first one where we were like, okay, brain fart, fine. Then she goes ahead and like starts putting down a scene by saying कि यार ये थोड़ा है ना, ये ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हो? Completely questioning, trying to bring logic in a joke. Like the scene demands to be a little silly. She's bringing logic. Gaurav loses it. He's just like, and here's the thing, her side of the whole team, of the whole table, is like, no, it is funny. She's the only person saying this is not funny. Everyone in the room agrees it's funny. We've had readings, people are laughing and whatnot.
She has that care.
Yeah. She's pata nahi kyun, she's just not getting it. So Gaurav just looks at her and says, you know what, at the premiere, we are all going to pause the screen and be like, see, it works. See, it works.
Oh shit. Good, na? Like that kind of level of confidence is required.
I'm surprised by that guy's confidence at times.
Yeah, sometimes like, I'm surprised at whether it's confidence or it's overconfidence.
Yeah. This is a fine line.
क्योंकि इतना भी funny नहीं है Gaurav.
He's going to hunt you at open mics, go before you, kill so hard and make it difficult for you to go on stage.
Yeah, that's a new challenge that he has given for...
Please do. I'll ask you when I'll give you a spot.
He's already won, Aakash. He's already won.
It's so funny. Like when Pawar started doing mics earlier, right, in the beginning, and his first set was like, my father's a cop, and he would do a bunch of bits on it. And then I would go and I would be hosting mics also, right? So I'd be like, when Gaurav wanted to come for the show, he had to go to his father and be like, Sahib, Zaud hai na, open mic. I love doing this. Like Parijat is also comic, right? And Parijat would do this joke about like how Bappi Lahiri would say "Gana ko gan," and then he would like just keep going on a
that
spin.
Is gan.
I'm like, I've been in orgies with less gan mentioned than Parijat said. I would love fucking with comics, but I have like immediately after an open mic, you know, like the people say that usually, and you've been that open mics I've hosted across like Canvas or different venues, right? And people are like कि open mics का गान नहीं मारेगा because they're already so nervous and everything. And I'm like कि मैं गान मारने वाला irrespective. That opens them up so much.
It's like a, you know, welcome to the community, motherfucker.
भाई चलो करते हैं ना, मजा करते. This is not serious. This is ये chill.
Exactly. Like to this day, like I remember, like most of us when we started in Canvas, if the host was hosting, they would fuck off from the curtains and never come back out afterwards. But my attempt was like so from the stage only I would jump into the crowd, like, you know, you did well. Like that was required.
As a host, you need to know what's happening in the show because your job that time is to do topical content which is happening in the show.
Exactly.
Yeah. And open mic hosting is especially like is very as you said. Like Gaurav was also right to be like after like fucking 2 suckers, I have to go and like then lift the crowd up.
This is something that happened yesterday also. Yesterday only or some mic I was there and Jeet was there. Jeet Modi, you know. Jeet was a very fine guy.
Jeet Modi.
But this is a common mistake hosting people do at open mics where they'll go too long trying to get that first big laugh. You know what I mean? Like my logic is, right, like you do the 12 up, okay? And then either they like you or they don't like you. But they don't need to like you. You're salt, right?
Yeah.
If you stand out, then there's too much of you, right? So you just have to be the right amount to lift everybody else up. Now, normally what I'll do is I'll bomb in the first 10-12 minutes and then they'll automatically like the first guy more because ye chutya hai, to wo better rahega.
Correct, yeah.
Then they hear the first guy and they're like, nahi, host. वापस आओ, you know what I mean? And then slowly you build that relationship with them over the course of, like how we do in Misty Hour, right? Like no matter how cold the room is up top, like by the end of it, that room is fucking ekdam golden.
Yeah. It's just the fear of also like going to a cold audience, right? Like for anybody, from the open mic host to the opening act of your solo show also. I have had so many like people ask me what should I do before going on stage before your solo act. I'm like, just go and have fun, dude. Because I'm gonna do crowd work by default. मुझे बहुत पसंद आता है करने वो crowd work. It's my fucking bread and butter. I've come from the MC background. I've done fucking theatre, so I know exactly how to look into people's eyes. A lot of people don't want to lock eyes and be like, what do you do? And I get into like the brass tacks of it. Okay, so I really
dude, that hosting teaches you so, especially like because I am someone who's bad at social interaction. Hosting taught me to like Noel connect to those people.
Yeah.
Because if they don't see that connection in you, नहीं होने वाला, कुछ नहीं चलने वाला. They're not going to give an honest answer.
Exactly. And like if you watch Subbu's, Rahul Subramanian's crowd work, especially, you'll see like you have to really work them. Like people think, there's like all of these stereotypes that, you know, if they make like every comedian in the comedy say, what do you do? What's your work? Oh, you're an engineer. Sex nahi mil raha hai. But that's just the most generic, like, of course, we might be looking, and lot of our peers only have fucking ruined the fucking
I think it's the same
form.
thing. Okay, I need to get a laugh in like 5 minutes, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Subramanian was like, okay, I'm going to make this an art form now. And the video that he put out on YouTube, I saw that when he's talking to this lady with 2 sons in this. First 4 minutes, without looking at that woman, I knew that woman's story.
Yeah.
You know, it was
we
so
were just
good.
discussing this last night. Like the decision to not show the audience is a great one because it makes you imagine.
When you imagine someone in your life like them.
Yeah.
You know, and immediately
when the Bangalore boy speaks, you're immediately like, I know this guy.
Exactly.
And even the one who saves receipts and everything. So like, and like even recently when I did my, like I put some crowd work compilation on, and I realized that, like, you know, like people want that laugh immediately, right? Whereas like you want to work them a little bit because then people reveal so much more. It's so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you can go into a place where like something is there.
Yeah.
I've been getting this now when I open for people, you know, I've been getting this crowd work mat kar, सिर्फ material कर.
Yeah.
क्योंकि मैं crowd work करने वाला हूँ. I just like, oh, dude.
I've had a string of unsatisfactory opening acts over the years, like pan India. Like I think the idea of hosting is gone. Like the whole fucking people will come and host and all, and they won't even say, like, you know how, like that's the thing I think Canvas taught us, right? Where it's like, welcome to the show. This is a thing. This is how it's going to be.
Yeah, you're easing them into the fucking idea of the show.
And set up context. Don't assume context is already there.
Even like I think even I forget this when I'm doing open mics, because open mics are so few and far in between. To tell the people that this is an open mic, comedians will have 4 minutes, light aega. Just because there's new comedians and whatnot, they don't know कि अच्छा light आएगा. ये होएगा. Like
even for the audience, the context is important. They're like, because some people just book tickets. They're just like, they just show up and then they're like, whatever is happening is happening.
You said open mic में audience, I was surprised. It's mostly plus
some
ones.
mics, you know.
मेरे को तो अभी मैं ट्राई कर रहा था कि मैं 20 दिन में 20 शो करूं. फिर मैं my usual self, I was like, नहीं, 20 is not enough, 40 shows I'll do. So like lifting. So now we're up to 34 shows in the next 20 days, but we need to get to 40. Point is, the joy of bouncing from mic to mic, it takes me back to the old days where you know, it was the same process but for 4 minutes. And now that same, like as the career has gone on, now it's the same thing but 15 minutes in each place. And it's magic, dude.
100%.
45 minutes on stage you get.
It's like being like your joints are lubricated, you have a spring in your step while you're traveling from one place to another. Just bits are bouncing. You go from one place to, like I've seen comedians who are doing, like, you know, there's this envy when I see comedians doing so many spots. You know, like I can see Conrad ये इसका तीसरा spot है, and I can see कि उसने अभी spot किया, अभी वो कुछ note कर रहा है और फिर वो जाके try करता है, and like there's that release that this person has because he's doing so many spots or she's doing so many spots that now it's truly a game of feedback. It's no longer a thing of like, oh, this means so much to me, which is something I'm desperately trying to let go. कि ये process है, इसको let go करने का. Don't fucking be like, the एक spot है, हफ्ते में एक बार मिला and whatnot.
I think like there's a series on YouTube called Modern Comedian. It came out in our formative.
Great.
In our formative years it came out, and there's an Indian girl whose story is like she's a micer. Back then she was a micer. From S, her name, I don't remember. Shilpa,
I don't
something.
remember the name.
And this girl like starts at 4 in the afternoon at a spot, okay? Like where it's like she's done by the end of the night. She's done like 9 mics, okay, across New York.
Oh gosh.
And there like there you have to do barking first of all, like on like Times Square corners. You'll be like, "Ki mere show pe aao," and then write their name behind this. And then when you come in at the counter, show this to them, and they'll be like, "Okay, you'll get 1 free drink based on my fucking entry," right? So all of that. So she's started barking earlier, and then started 4 p.m. spot. So by the time her last spot is on, it's 3 a.m. in New York, okay?
But I did this when I had gone there for the weekend.
Correct.
Like I had done 3 days of this. And it's a different kind of grind. Like and it doesn't necessarily make you better. Because of the 6, I would, like, obviously she was probably more like advanced than I was at that stage. Because मैं तो नया आके hi hello करके सबसे spot ले रहा है. But I've done more empty rooms in that one weekend in New York than I must have done in my life as a comic in India. Like it was, अरे डाला था वो पता नहीं फिर से.
Respect the crowd.
गलती हो गया.
The artist is on performance.
So like it just it's like you pay $5 to perform to the host of the mic. And then literally nobody else in the room.
Yeah.
And every like the bartender in an open mic in New York is the most jaded person on the planet. उसने सब सुन लिया भाई.
उसने सुख भी सुना, दुख भी सुना है ना. Open mic.
वो उसने there is no fresh perspective you can bring to that bartender.
That's why he's inventing cocktails. He's just like इससे शायद दुख कम होएगा.
Because like वो क्या बोला, अरे ये शपेल भी यही करता था इधर आके गांडू.
शपेल का ना मेरे को उसका ओपन माइक डेज बहुत पसंद है. अभी ज्ञान चौध रहा है.
Yeah. Fuck, dude, just mixing drinks and being like, yeah, fucking. Amy Schumer ने कौन सा जोक चुराया है मुझे याद है.
जब उसका बाल था तब देखा है, मालूम है क्या?
Yeah, like the staff and all at Caroline's and like factory, you just see them like, they're like, हाँ ये लोग खाना लो तुम यार को ये जो रोगन माच दे.
Every like people are killing and comedian is killing on stage and this staff is like साला 6 साल से यही कर रहा है. आज self esteem कम है इसलिए पुराना material.
Same my fucking habit at right? Abhimanyu, Chandu, Dilip, all these guys who have been working for like 5-6 years now over there. Like I see them sometimes and I try not to like ये जो वापस कर रहा हूँ मैं, they go मेरी तरफ please. But some of them are very sweet. Okay, Abhimanyu is one of those guys who will wait and be like, हाँ he'll enjoy it also.
मैं तो यश हो ना हो जो भी साउंड बूथ में होता है ना, मैं उसको यश ही बुलाता हूँ, ठीक है.
Dude, now they've automated Yash's voice.
So this time I thought Yash brought me on, but it was somebody else in the booth, and I'm screaming like Yash.
I'll give context, okay? Yash Barsi is a musician, great guy, great. The voice was a fucking angel, okay? Like Makkan jaisa marchuda आवाज उसका.
He does poetry.
That's Harsh. Harsh's voice is okay.
That's why he's doing spoken word.
Harsh wears nice shirts. Okay?
He's like, I'll will you with rhymes.
Yeah, but these are all boys who work at Habitat and like all the videos you see, they're behind the production. Great hardworking guys. Yash is like we've literally like crashed in the dorm together because I used to create comedy at Habitat. And Yash is one of those people you always want to hug because he's just like he must insan hai. And there's no malice, so like there's like a nice little hug. And so now what they've done is they've automated his voice where his voice is so great that they call every act on with his voice when he's there. So now they've recorded Yash saying ki, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and bring on stage, and every comic in the scene he's named them, so they just snip it together on that night. Even that night is like, hey, bring them in. I'm like, why the fuck is Yash behind me and also calling me on? And then it was like a full thing.
So now that's the brag. I'm on the Yash list.
That's how successful I am. Yeah, you won't have your name.
They have an automated name for me.
I personally really enjoy also the idea that when you're constantly going back to a club, that club also becomes your house. Like,
Backspace is that for me, man.
For me, like I'm lucky because every city there's a venue like that where I keep going back and I know everyone knows me, and then it's a community thing. Because like if it's a show at J-Spot, then it's not me giving you a show, it's us giving you a show. You know, like I will call out to Pankaj in the middle of a show and be like, Pankaj, light क्यों है डांस वाला.
But for whatever, like we've racked Pankaj a lot of us. But man, that guy is so sweet. Like for my special recording, like we just recorded this on Good Friday. Like he let us like just
good child on Good Friday.
That was the idea, dude. Like it was like lightning in a bottle. I was saying Aakash, like the same thing. That this like perfect balance of sinners and queers showed up. Like it was just like
on Good Friday,
Friday.
we are
at
at how
church,
much?
bro.
yeah.
Some of them actually said that.
It was said like, you know, like they said that they have lied to their parents that they're going to mass and came to my show. So like somebody said ki it's a place of, I'm spoiling my own show right now. I'm sorry, I won't reveal anything else. But Pankaj, I'm just saying, like the entire team at J Spot, Gileri actually designed my poster. The entire team, like
that's
this,
a sweet poster.
they all like put all their heart and soul into it because they know exactly like how like a mid-range comic like me needs the support of the scene, right? Like and they turned up, so it was such a sweet little thing.
Dude, the thing of using the people who lied and come to church and whatnot. There's this show called Somebody Somewhere.
Something somewhere.
Somebody Somewhere.
It's about a lesbian woman who
Yes,
goes back
yes,
to her
yes,
hometown.
to her
Abhi's
town
been
and-
harping about it constantly. It's on HBO, right? But they're not taking it out on
Disney
Hotstar.
Hotstar का कुछ तो
Yeah.
रहेगा. The first episode is that where they like go and like it's called church.
Yeah, it's
but
a
it's
gay-
all
gay
the
place
queer
of
people
worship.
of that.
Yeah, they have
part.
these congregations in India also.
What is this?
So basically, I'll give you context. So we
Beautiful
got
show.
carried
Beautiful
away.
show, though.
So
Very
basically,
emotional show.
a woman dies, and her sister, who's a lesbian living away from the small town that she grew up in, is coming back to take care of her,
Yeah.
and then basically take care of the house and everything. So a year down the line, essentially, like her life is a disarray. She's living in the same old house. The community around her is very homophobic and very like very patriarchal. All kinds of wrong. Okay,
It's the Midwest.
it's the Midwest. Like imagine me going and living Bhayandar forever now. So I'm like, what the fuck, you know? So now there she meets like an older friend of hers who also happens to be queer, and he's like, hey, if you want to try something that is queer and healthy, try this church. And they basically end up at a queer mass. So where they like lesbian preachers and like gay choir members and trans pianists and everything.
But Jesus.
Yeah, but like the
No,
idea
not
is
Jesus. It's just community.
non-denominational. It's not like
Okay,
anybody
okay.
can come, and the idea is to worship the joy of being together rather than just like one entity and one fucking
right.
symbolism and all of that. It's just like the idea of like, and so they have that in India also in certain parts of like Delhi, Bangalore. They do like Bombay also, like Catholics who want to like my friend Romal, who's a Christian from Chennai. He had started something similar also. I think for people to find like something to have
you
comfort
need
in.
community.
Yeah.
You need-
Like I've spoken about Post before, which is also a Ryan Murphy show on HBO on our Hotstar. It's again the same thing. Like the 80s Harlem ball culture was basically black and Hispanic kids who had no family.
Finding a place to.
So they basically would come and just do all these things that models would do on ramp walks, but they were so broke that they would just have a community hall gathering, and all of them would cheer each other, and they would do category walks, like the most butch-looking lesbian,
Nice.
the most femme-looking gay, the
Nice.
most real-looking trans person. So they would all walk these categories. So they would mean nothing in the real world because they were all black and they were fat and they were gay, right?
Right.
But in that world, they were heroes. So in that fucking world, they were celebrated. So they would give awards to each other, categories. They would do.
That's great.
So voguing, which is the song Vogue from Madonna, is an inspiration from that only, because these queer people would mimic putting makeup on and doing all these poses, and that's how Vogue happened. So voguing is based in Harlem ball culture, and Madonna didn't appropriate it technically because she had the guy who originated the dance form. He was called Willy Ninja. He was in the background dancing and doing all of that. So he gets like a silhouette. So if you see the video for Vogue by Madonna, Willy Ninja is very prominent. He's got the harem pants and everything.
She is that gay icon, a queer icon.
Queer
no?
icon, yeah.
Yeah. She's this huge. All this info I've got from Modern Family. Which is a great. Is it a good depiction of?
It is
a
fully
queer,
like I think I was just like literally yesterday I was going through my archives of old photos because I had to send some to like publications because I'm promoting my tour, and I had a screenshot of Cam and Mitch kissing on their wedding day. Way back, season 5 of the show. Right now, I don't remember, 10 years ago? 11 years ago.
Their proposal, their wedding, them getting that kid.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like, so I think it was just like a perfect time in our history also, because I think on Star World to have a gay character, first of all. I remember watching it and the trailers were playing, right? In the beginning, the trailers were only introducing like the Phil family or like the Mitch and Cam family and Ed O'Neill family. Very, very on a molecular level. But then I was so drawn to the Mitch and Cam dynamic. I didn't even know properly, right? This is possible or whatever. So like of course over time the show became like what it becomes after 11 seasons. But I think Mitch and Cam ka relationship, the way they portrayed it also, is so realistic. Like sometimes I'll tell Abhi that you're the Cam in the relationship, and he'll angry watch Modern Family to be like, where do I do this? Where do I do this? And just proving his point even further.
And that's the dynamic between Mitch and Cam, which is like the insecurity of a gay couple. Okay, am I fitting? And again, the insecurity is the same. Am I fitting in the roles of the conventional thing?
Yeah.
Am I being boxed in over there? And their their conflicts were always the most interesting in the whole.
I feel like the litmus test for any relationship online is whether somebody who's not one of those people, like my aunt, okay, one of my aunts was watching the show and she got so into Mitch and Cam's relationship because for her it was her with her husband, right? Like the fact that they're gay stops mattering.
Yeah.
And then you are like, it's just a relationship.
Precisely.
You've transcended the bullshit and now suddenly you're down to the brass tacks of bencho धोबी का पैसा दिया कि नहीं.
कि dude, इसको clown बनने का क्या करूँ
At the same time, if someone steps up at the gas station to you, this clown will come and fucking defend you.
Oh, dude, that was such a that was intimidating, scary, everything. Fucking Cam is a football coach. He's brutal, dude.
Exactly. Like even my partner, like we play around sometimes. He's done kickboxing in the past. Okay. Like so, if we really like punch each other in मजाक बस ज़्यादा हो जाता है ना, मेरा 4 दिन तक दुखता है मेरा हाथ. Okay. So like recent like one of the tours में Bangalore में. Okay. Like this is Tea Trails on Brigade Road. Okay. Happening when you show is full, it's going great. I'm doing well. 2 drunk kids, I must have told you the story, okay? Like 2 drunk boys and girls from one boy, one girl, dating probably young, fucking 18, 19 or whatever, drunk from college, came and crashed at the venue, okay? So they're in the balcony of the venue, which is not, you can't hear from there. So somebody who's in the balcony also wants to listen to the show now. So they open the balcony, so the traffic noise is coming. Fucking shut the door, motherfucker. So then he shuts the door, he comes inside, okay? The person was wanting to watch. So now because of all this chaos, this guy's woken up. He had just passed out at the balcony for 2 hours.
Nice.
The girl was like, utna, chalna, my parents or whatever. So then he wakes up. The girl just rushes past me, okay, while I'm performing. Okay, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Then the guy very groggily walks past me also. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, thanks for coming, I guess. I don't know what's happening right now, but I'll see you. Okay? And then he says in Kannada that I'll fuck you up, okay? I'll get guys right now and I'll fuck you up, okay? I didn't understand first because then my friend Bhuvi translated. Abhi was like just holding camera and everything. He's like, इसकी माँ का क्या बोला? वो जा रहा है उसके पीछे. I'm like, can you stop him? Please come back. In the middle of the my shoot करना है.
Salman, dude.
राड़ा मत कर ऐसा. Because I was afraid for that guy. He was nothing in like वो मेरा boyfriend is 110 kilos. Okay, back then he's come down. No, I'm mentioning. Okay, you've lost weight. Okay, listen to this. Okay, no, he's come down to 90, 93.
Now I'm imagining that episode where Cam says I'm going on a diet, dude.
Yeah, in bicycle shorts. Oh man, I must have seen Eric Stone Street ass only for that fucking. Anyways,
you noticed a very weird cut. It's because we did a whole section that can't go on this podcast right now, and it'll go on the members only sections. If you're not a member, you should become one. In the meanwhile, either way, take a break.
Hi friends. Before you go to the ads, one quick announcement. We are now offering memberships.
Yeah. YouTube memberships on Varta Lab. Don't worry, we're not reducing episode frequency or anything. You still get the episode every week. We're just giving more stuff on the YouTube memberships.
Ad-free audio, live access to our shows,
early episodes,
Telegram group that you will be a part of.
Yeah, and we'll do weekly catch-ups there as well. You'll get clips and bits that don't go into the episode, and we'll do live Varta Lab shows starting with Mumbai and in the rest of the country, and hopefully one day the world.
So now when you see the join button on the Varta Lab YouTube channel, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Press it.
Become a member now.
Hello, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus welcomes Seema Taparia, popular marriage consultant and TV personality. They spoke about her career and her claim to fame project Indian Matchmaking on the OTT giant Netflix. On the Habit Coach podcast, Ashton talks to Kristen Butler, CEO of Power of Positivity. They talk about what made her embrace positivity in her life and how it became her mission to spread the same. And on page 10, Abbas, that's me, Jalasmi and Karan discuss Atiq Ahmed's assassination caught live on camera in Prayagraj, former Governor Satyapal Malik's explosive revelations and more. Catch all the episodes on the All About Now feed and YouTube channel. And once again, don't forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcasts.com. We have some really great stuff for you over there. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you like our shows, spread the word, tell your friends, and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. You'll also find our shows on YouTube at youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, Cash-Free Payments and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thank you for making this possible.
Dude, when Antariksh ran, like, why are we rolling, no? Antariksh would do like the dark roast room, right? Yeah. Like, and we were on the WhatsApp group, okay? And like,
week roast.
Week roast. Dark roast.
Dark roast, what is that?
That's a venue, sorry. weak roast makes more sense Antariksh context में.
Once in his set he started saying कि I'm actually an actor in an audition, and I knew him for like a year, but I'm like इससे कभी भी actor वाला vibe नहीं है. कभी नहीं लगा that this guy is like I'm actor. Like that's not a guy like he wears like shirt and then another shirt. This is not an actor choice. Like, how are you paying less attention?
Yeah, so on the WhatsApp group every Monday Antariksh would be like, hey guys, yes, like he would put all caps and excitement and every emoji possible. Like, yes guys, this week we're doing sports on Friday. Who's excited? Who wants to come? And then we had to be like, yeah, me, just to match his enthusiasm on some level. Like, yes, you. I think like
show cancel हो जाता
है. Like Antariksh was the only person who did barking in his shows and whatnot.
For no reason.
Yeah,
but I've also seen him like fight with a motherfucker, fully like fisticuffs and all outside his venue only.
It was at that
you were there that night?
No, I wasn't there. I heard stories.
Thane was one where the band came सामने ऐसा मेरे इसके लिए, where the New Year's show was cancelled. And then second time was at his venue only in Lokhandwala, where like there was a recording studio बाजू में. I've done a story on Cyrus where there was a recording studio बाजू में. Without being interrupted, I'll tell the story now, okay? Because I've done it on Cyrus. She's like, I want to exactly hear the story. So recording studio.
But Navin, these trans people in sports, Navin.
You think Cyrus weightlifts so that he can interrupt conversations better? He's like, Ruko!
Cyrus can slide into any conversation because he's shaped like a uterus.
Notice how he's interrupting without being here right now.
Essence mein, So there was a recording studio baaju mein and there was like music happening and everything, and they were recording something and our mic was disrupting them apparently. Like, we were like, and they're like, that is irrespective of this is our venue, that's your venue, and there's a wall in the middle, so we can't do anything. So they came out to like be like, ban karo show and all that. And abhi Antariksh, I, Kashyap are all downstairs trying to diffuse it and everything. So for a second everything is fine, then one old man gets really riled up, okay? And before we know it, Antariksh is just gone full. Usko ऐसा हाथ से मारा, उसको गाड़ी पे लेके उसको ऐसा पेल रहा है. And then we're like, bro, come back, what the fuck? And then everybody got like really concerned about
अंदर
it.
से पाव ही निकला उसका.
हाँ, पूरा.
पाव के अंदर से Delhi निकला.
And the entire like the excitement will hey guys, it became all like क्या बोला मेरे बारे में? I think on Laughter Challenge one girl had mimicked Aishwarya Rai, where it's like मर जाती तो मर जाती. That vibe came out from Antariksh. That it was nice.
Damn, but I'm just imagining the guy who was recording going back and recording like this emo song, मेरे feelings, and like he's like, oh तू मार खाया तो अच्छा feeling आ रहा है. You sound better now.
Oh shit, dude.
What's life like if you grew up in Thane, right?
Yeah, from ages 8 upwards.
8. What happened before that?
Before that I was in NalaSopara.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was farther away from. I used to dream of Bhayandar.
People in NalaSopara aspire to be in Bhayandar.
One man's trash is the next man's
My
treasure.
dad always brought a house in such a way that he was like a watchman to Bombay. Like after 93 he was like, "Venchod, मैं एक और bomb blast होने नहीं दूँगा."
Of all the places that they've changed names of, like NalaSopara should be the front in line. Like even people in NalaSopara don't want that name.
Yeah, if you can pronounce it properly with all syllables, they give you a 10th standard SSC certificate.
What the fuck does it mean, man? Fucking
NalaSopara, it's where the Nala is.
Of Sopara.
There is a Sopara गाँव.
Okay.
Sopara is the गाँव.
And I'm not sure about the Nala क्योंकि वहाँ पे पानी आता नहीं तो जाएगा किधर.
I thought उधर कुछ पाइप भी रहेगा कुछ ऐसा.
नहीं, पानी नहीं था bro.
तो फिर नाला कोई जगह रहेगा.
It's NalaSopara. No water.
It was told to me when I was 5 and I conveniently forgot it like the rest of NalaSopara.
Then Thane is not so bad though. Thane is like a city. It's a
it's a proper city.
One can call it that.
Now the full Oasis has happened. Like when you go there, like
now it's
so
proper.
when I moved over there, that time like that Oasis was being built.
Yeah.
They had found out कि इधर दुबई बन सकता है. Like kind of. And then Hiranandani came and they were like मैं इधर बनाएगा. And like then we felt jealous of that. Like, I remember they were like, there's 2 Hiranandanis in Thane. There's one estate and Meadows. And Meadows के पास में there is a Mada colony. And I would hear Mada colony kids saying मैं Meadows के पास रहता हूँ. And we were just like, you are Meadows के पास. Not
yeah.
मैं जिधर रहता है, मैं ग्रैंड रोड में रहता है, तो अब मेरे को भी डिपेंड करता है कौन पूछ रहा है, क्योंकि अगर कोई ऐसा अपना टाइप का इंसान पूछा मैं ग्रैंड रोड बोलता है, अगर कोई ऐसा अमीर साउथ बॉम्बे में केम्स कॉर्नर बोलता है.
Yeah, that's the thing ना. When I go down to South Bombay, everybody is like वहाँ पे प्रॉपर्टी बहुत महंगा है, पर सब गरीब दिखता है क्योंकि पुराना है.
lot of old, yeah man, and you know at least like the lane in which we exist. Oh wait, I had to tell you a story about this Hiranandani. My first experience with Hiranandani was in Powai, because they had really like, you know, that Heiko supermarket and surrounding. और उधर go karting रहता था. I think अभी भी है.
अभी ट्रैफिक है,
अभी नहीं.
अभी गो कार्टिंग नहीं,
अभी गो पार्किंग है.
Go looking for parking.
I just imagine self-driving cars when they come. You just get down on the street and then is looking for parking. Just coming back.
But like
Self-unaliving cars.
Dude, but all words are being censored, dude. I have seen what weird words censored on the internet, dude. Like depressed is censored. You can't say I am depressed also.
अरे
Yeah, I am depressed.
अरे तो मैं कैसे बोलेगा टेक केयर वगैरह मेरे को? How will I feel like a good human being?
Care is also censored now. You have to say take precautions. So
No, but it's depressed me that the guy had replaced the E's and the P's with some shit and X's and all. And
I think now we can do that for everything. I'm
But
just going to censor my name. Star Cordeiro.
the funniest is I saw like one video game screen grab when one guy is like, my name is Nasir and it's spelled NASSIR. No, ER, Nasir. But the game didn't want the game censored as. So now his name is N******ER. क्या time we live in, dude. It's fucking... Did you like the first one, Extraction? Did you watch it?
It was average.
The second cut trailer though is fucking intense. They're like, everybody's now going for the John Wick treatment.
Yeah.
And like, so Chad Stahelski is now like, he's booked for like fucking 10 years now. Who made John Wick? The guy was a fucking body double for Keanu during Matrix. Okay, and now he's to sort it. So all
I
of the
thought he
people.
was a stunt coordinator.
No, he was stunt double for Keanu. He was the physical because he looks very similar.
वहाँ से फिर वो stunt coordinator बने हुए.
Stunt coordinator on Matrix was somebody who was from Hong Kong because they wanted all,
I remember.
So all these guys like Scott Addison, I think his name.
Scott Adkins.
Adkins. All of these like new wave of like then people who learned are people who came from that school of thought. So very more brutal and everything. So now like these guys are booked for like years because they're like now going for these kind of physical forms because they're like tired of the Fast and Furious or the Mission Impossible. So to say.
Coming back to the kapda thing though, because there's a thought I have here. Do you? I feel like they've all like people have been sold a very bullshit lie about this whole how I dress is how I express myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How
for most people have the same thought anyway. Hence t-shirts.
Yeah, like and I mean it's not like. The whole objective is about matching things to look good.
Yeah.
It's not about you expressing yourself, because if you really wanted to express yourself, you could have done it in a lot of... I mean, I know you can't Instagram it anymore, you can't say your feelings, but...
Yeah.
Buddy, I have 5 t-shirts.
Exactly. My favorites are those only. Like the small town boys and girls will be like, get ready with me, but I have like fucking one little cupboard. उसमें भी मेरी माँ का इधर है, मेरा इधर है. तो उसमें से they'll do like a formal look and then they'll do all the swipe. They're doing the tricks and tricks, but they have like...
the t-shirt on.
But like they have like 5 shirts and then they experimenting with that. I find that cute. This whole fast fashion fucking...
But this whole idea around this, right? It's like if you feel bad, you dress up and you sit at home, you feel better. अरे बेंचो ये क्या है?
Yeah.
No, that is a form of like जैसा I do that with food though. मैं पिज़्ज़ा मंगाएगा.
But it's we are acknowledging that that's unhealthy. Everyone knows that that's unhealthy. People are normalizing this shit like it's okay
but
for
I
you.
think the fashion industry as it is gets enough flag to be like.
What flag they get? Fucking no flag they get, dude. More and more, if anything.
The fact that like fashion is not an art form, but then you watch Devil Wears Prada. And then like she just breaks it down as to why it's an art form, and you still don't believe her. That's it.
I think it's the most subjective thing in the world. Like fashion cannot be objective. It can't be like, because there are people literally selling like you're not going to wear fucking globules on yourself when you're going to work in fucking marine lights. It's just like that's the reality.
It's an art form that only the people who are into that art form get.
That's
a full little circle
thing,
jerk.
Right? Yeah, it's a circle jerk.
Yeah.
That's what a circle. That's not an art form. That's a scam. It's not a subculture. That's a scam, dude. If nobody outside of your fucking little perfect little privileged circle can fucking make sense of it, then how is it art?
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, it's not. अभी गाना सुन ले, मैं सुनता है गाना, मैं ऐसा वो जिम्बाब्वे का गाना सुने, गाना तो गाना ही रहेगा ना बेंचो. ऐसा थोड़ी भाषा का ये नहीं. I don't have to be in the in crowd to fucking, you know. I get it, like it's very pretty and all, the sequencing and all, the techniques and all.
So I think what you're talking about वो global वगैरह, that is the high fashion.
No, I'm talking about even like fucking the whole culture right now, dude. Influencer culture is about selling makeup and selling clothes. That's all it's about, dude. Like, and then all the other FMCG shit.
It's funny because that day you came to my house and said Borat was more time significant, and I think right now when we're speaking, Bruno is more contextual to like what we are talking about right now. Sacha Baron Cohen's. Haven't seen Bruno?
No.
It's a necessary viewing for everybody. It was post Borat only, same like Gonzo shoot where he's just like, this time he plays a gay Austrian who's going around fashion elites and, and celebrities.
Giant dick sex machine thing with a cycle.
he has a baby pygmy, he calls it in the movie. I'm not using the racial slur, but he basically puts him on a cycle and he fucks him like that. So it's like lot of again crazy context, but like he blows up the entire world of like fashion and celebrity influencers in the Hollywood sphere of like, you know, what it's like. And there's a scene, I'm not even like, if you want one reason to watch this movie, the movie is so wrong that Paula Abdul comes to have a meeting with him, okay? And he's like, I want to do what the rich people do. What do I do? The best part is not even done. Wait, Noel.
Okay.
He's like, I don't have any furniture in the house. What do I do? So there are gardeners, Mexican gardeners outside. He's like, how I make them furniture. So when Paula Abdul shows up at the house, there are Mexicans just like sitting like chairs and tables, and one guy's naked, one fat Mexican guy's naked on table and there's sushi on him. And Paula Abdul is like, okay, he'll probably give me money. This is a whatever collaboration. So she's eating fucking off the thing. It's so fucking fucked up, dude. It's hilarious. So, but then that's what I'm saying. These celebrities, they have no morals. Okay, Paula Abdul is the fucking like rights for fighting for immigrants and like ecological warrior. But when it comes down to it, they'll be like, sushi खा लेगी उसके लोड़े से.
One के ऊपर से.
One sushi only. One sushi.
You got the race wrong.
Juan is not Mexican.
Yeah, the table was
but sushi. If there's a taco propped on his dick, then it's Mexican.
Yeah.
But
speaking of Thane.
Yeah, the dick of Mumbai, whatever.
Yeah. No, Thane has no fashion sense. That's okay. People in Thane are comfortable with that. It's just a good thing I know that there's a fucking lake in Thane that is not corrupted.
I mean, it's
which
pretty
one are you
corrupted,
talking about? Thane is Lake City.
The biggest lake, the one next to the station, the one that goes.
Oh, that
all the
one.
That's pretty dirty now.
It's got lotus and all, but it's not like.
No, it's pretty
People
dirty.
don't culture. I've never seen people.
You've not gone to Upwan Lake?
No.
Go sometime. Matlab, like, you'll have to like take 5 days leave and whatnot. But like it's a good place. There's like a Yeur hill, good trekking.
Yeur is, I've been to Yeur
right
once.
next to Yeur.
Once I went to Yeur with some students that I was studying with. And they did drugs, dude. Yeah.
That's a very drug friendly
place. They did drugs in Yeur. I had to take the train back from Thane to Grant Road. So I did not do drugs.
Yeah.
I had one beer.
You were in college only, no?
Yeah, I was in college.
Yeah.
If you had taken drugs, you would have flown over.
We had done this in Canary Caves, where like we trekked all the way Canary Caves, bike and then like everybody's shoved quarters in their pants and smuggled it to the mountain top.
Nice.
And then we got really drunk and it started raining, okay? So then like everybody was like, yahan pe more nachega, and there was no peacocks dancing around.
Fuck?
Yeah, fucking drunk college kids, right? So then fucking my friend Wilfred, shout out to Wilfred Williams, because fucking he loved this because I told this story.
Alliteration name is great.
Yeah, Wilfred Williams. Okay, Will. Okay, he fucking takes a dick out, just like in the middle, like, mera more aa gaya bahar and all that fucking. Such a weirdo he was. Like, dekhega mera kala more and fucking.
Will.
Yeah, Will.
That's but one thing great about Thane, Mulund, this area. We're just so close to the hills.
Yeah.
And Thane when I used
to the nature.
Yeah. Like must to a few months ago I went on a trek with Gaurav and एक कोई अपना गेस्ट आया था पॉडकास्ट का जो MMA वगैरह करता है.
Wow.
शोधन शेट्टी करके. तो ये like चल ट्रैक पे जाते because like he's a health nut and whatnot. तो हम लोग ऊपर गए, dude. We went on top और वहाँ से हम लोग पवई लेक देखा, dude.
Yeah.
From the top and it's beautiful. Like ये बॉम्बे में ये है.
हाँ.
और मैं सिर्फ like Western Express Highway देख के रो.
Let's go. Aakash, we should do this.
ये must see
game for
this is a great 8 o'clock morning reach over there. वहाँ पे like breakfast करने का या फिर you can do breakfast later and then just go.
तो अभी गया था recently.
हाँ मतलब like 6 महीना पहले.
हाँ बेंचो तो तभी जा सकता है, अभी नहीं जा सकता है.
गर्मी में नहीं
पिघल जाएगा तू.
गर्मी में प्लान्स
कॉन्फिडेंस तो यू शुड रियली गो. 38 डिग्री होता है, 38.
बट
कब मैं बोला नहीं.
निपल से पसीना आएगा.
बारिश में जाने का ना, बारिश में also it's nice.
बारिश is best.
Barish
Yeah.
is not that great because it becomes slippery and whatnot. Plus,
But
like,
that's
you
the
don't
fun,
know
the
about
romance
the-
of it, and hopefully you just fall and die. Like what
ये
more do you
रोमांच
want?
तेरे को गर्मी नहीं लगेगा. स्कल क्रैकिंग रोमांच तेरे को मांगता है.
अरे गर्मी से मैं मर नहीं सकता है, इसमें मैं मर सकता है. देख आर या पार, मेरे को डिहाइड्रेट होने का नहीं है. मैं हो गया ऑलरेडी कल रात
वो
दारू पी के.
चूतिया है ना, डिहाइड्रेट.
Yeah, you want to fall into Poway and die or Thane and die is the question at the end.
The question is, death is great. I am okay with death, but no suffering. अरे हम लोग अभी वो ट्रैक पे गए. We went to Tirthan. There is a trek to get to the gate of the trek. Okay, it's 6.5 kilometers.
का याद दिलाया. Dude, fuck off. जगह है वो.
माथेरान में अपने को बच्चे लोग को रास्ते पे चलाते थे, बोलते थे हाइक.
हाँ. क्या है? Dude, बीच में ट्रेन ट्रैक पे चढ़ रहा है. ये नहीं है, ये गरीबी है.
Dude, one priest did this with us. Okay, father, I won't say his name.
I think I know Binder,
To
right?
stop myself, yeah.
I think I know which father. He was in
Bapo.
Thane also.
No, that is our priest. Like the Narona one, right?
हाँ,
Not
yeah,
him, not him. He's a sweet guy. Okay, Father Francis Narona, my favorite priest. Okay, actually, I shout out to him. He's my fucking dearest. He was the first one I came
I love
out
that
to.
you can do that and say fucking in the same sentence.
वो थोड़ी सुनने वाले.
He's taking power away from the word fucking.
Yeah, but this other priest was fucking like stingy motherfucker. Okay, like we have all us altar servers. We're all kids. Okay, and we're supposed to go to like a resort as a picnic, and the picnic is in Uttan, which is like on the other end of Bhayandar. Okay, which is like a fisherman village, and they've built one resort over there called Pali Beach Resort. Shout out to Pali Beach Resort.
Not a shout outs this episode, guys.
तो
Nobody is listening.
तीन राइट था उनके पास. Okay, एक बड़ा वाला, एक छोटा वाला, और एक नॉर्मल वेव
And
pool
one
type.
which was just right.
Yeah, one is where everybody goes and vomits afterwards. So then we were supposed to go like we were supposed to have breakfast at a church and then go to Pali. Okay, and this guy is like, yeah, it's close by only. It was not close by. Dude. He's making us kids walk in like the May heat across villages and like like climbing mountains and all. And one friend collapsed. Okay, but maybe like two of us, like but the sacristy, who's the priest assistant, is carrying the girl and taking her as a adha rasta.
Bro,
it was the worst thing.
मेरा बाप, okay, he's got
His actual father.
हाँ, my actual father has a reputation in the family of being someone who makes kids walk.
What is this reputation?
It's fuck all reputation, I'm telling you, because बहुत चिंदी, dude, and it's passed on from generation to generation. His grandfather apparently did the same thing. Pass me. आधा घंटा चलाया to get one medicine. And then when they're coming back, he sees another chemist shop right next to the house. Like, इधर क्यों नहीं है? नहीं, वो 10 पैसे ज़्यादा देता है. And when I was a kid at age 4, his what is that? His dad's place, my dada's place, is at Air India Colony, where your Huma theatre and whatnot and all this is there. From there, he made me walk till Santa Cruz station.
Wow.
A 7-year-old. Cut to now. Okay, I'm living in Bandup. He's living with me for a while. Okay, he goes to Thane house and he's left at 2 o'clock. He's not come home till 6. So I'm getting everything. Okay, what has happened? Did the Parkinson suddenly advance and like fucking did he fall and whatnot? He comes back and he said, at 6 o'clock I opened the door. He's like, okay, where were you first of all? I was coming home from Thane to Bandup. Like, no, it doesn't take 4 hours. It's like, no, I had to get the cycle, from Thane. He's come from Thane on a cycle on Eastern Express Highway.
Wow.
And this is a 60-year-old man. Just like, are you nuts?
Yeah. Straight expressway.
Yeah.
To nowhere.
Yeah, my dad is like that right now. Like, I think there's something about being in your late 50s and 60s. Yeah. There's an energy that comes to you, like your last burst of energy. 5-6 years you'll give.
Prove something.
Like my father-in-law right now, he's lost fucking 15-16 kilos since I got married, dude.
Oh, wow.
And like he's become full patlu and all, dude. Like my dad himself, like now, like he was chilling in life. Now suddenly in his 60s, he's like, nahin, calm. And he's traveling more than I am this year.
It's like end life crisis.
That's our episode for today. That's Noel Cordeiro. You can listen to him on the
Radical Measures. We have a branding problem.
On Radical Measures, that's Navin Norana, is House of Norana on the internet. I'm Kuch Bhi Mehta. We are Varta Lab on all over the internet. Become a member, subscribe, watch on YouTube. जो भी दौड़ा लहसुन देखो, तुम्हारा जिंदगी है यार. जाओ यार.
Chalo.
Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I commend your attention span.
Which means you're an OG fan.
And if you're an OG fan, then we have something that you're going to absolutely love. Varta Lab is starting memberships.
We're going prime, baby.
No, don't worry, we're not going to reduce the number of episodes you get every week. You still get the same episode, but with memberships, you get it earlier. You get clips and bits you don't get in the episode. You might get to watch the episode being taped live, raw and uncut, and also come to live Varta Lab recordings in your city or, well, in our city, wherever you are.
Yeah, so many benefits, only one podcast.
Varta Lab.